Welcome to my channel. I'm Zayda Slay, if you didn't know, and today we are going to discuss this series From. Here's a brief synopsis of the show if you've never seen it. From is a psychological horror series that centers around a small, mysterious town where residents are trapped and cannot escape. The town is surrounded by a dark forest filled with terrifying creatures that emerge at night. It centers around a family. Tabitha the mom, Jim the dad, daughter Judy, and son Ethan. The only bright side in this town is the talismans. The residents can keep the monsters at bay by hanging them on their doors at night. Introductions aside, season 3 is over. I'm compulsively checking fan pages on Facebook, but something keeps bothering me.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
How can I ruin this small bit of escapism for me and everyone else in the fandom? I kept going back to season 1 during the radio tower arc. The whole town was working together to build a radio tower in the hopes of contacting the outside world and returning home. You think everyone would be happy, but that wasn't the case.
So what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Just sit here and not try to go home? Live in a place where those things come to hunt us every single night.
Why not? At least here the monsters have the decency to show you what they are.
Despite their situation, the residents of Fromville have nice moments, tender moments of friendship, and even moments of happiness. The residents have been away from the soul-crushing existential crisis that is work. We can all appreciate freedom from $7 eggs, $300 utility bills, and rent that takes up 50% or more of our income. But for some reason, when Victor looked Jade dead in the eye and said,
"This is my home,"
it got me thinking. Maybe if Victor shouldn't leave Fromville, no one should.
I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is crazy.
You just can't win, and I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated.
Yo, London, when will it stop? When will it stop? It is expensive. London is so expensive. I had to go into my savings to go to work. What the is that?
There was a point in my life where I literally didn't want to live because I was so behind in my debt and all my payments.
How many workplaces have you been a part of? And the culture, it's just common to joke about, oh, another day in paradise. Oh, one of these days I'm going to get out of here. Well, if we were so happy, we wouldn't make these jokes. Almost everyone that I know has complained about not having enough money to exist, to pay off their student loans, to buy a new car if theirs is totaled, to save up to maybe one day own a home. Almost everyone I know has talked about not having good benefits or struggling to find access to health care or paying hundreds of dollars every month to access it. So many people I know have complained about not having their personal time and space respected, being bothered outside of work, having multiple jobs piled onto their one job. So many companies are eliminating positions and piling the work of 2 or 3 jobs into one job and not paying a cent more for it. Like, this is so common.
I'm so tired of having to participate in capitalism. It is literally ruining my life.
I might piss some people off by going on a rant about this, but mornings like today, I just really fucking hate living in America because the expectation here is that we put our jobs first. It's that we work more than we literally are, like, in our own homes and with our own families and our kids. And I'm just really angry about that because I like go to work and I miss my kids. And
I just tearing down the platform, yelling somebody call 911.
But that was exactly what the victim did not want. As other commuters rocked the train to dislodge the woman's leg, a Boston Globe reporter tweeted from the scene. She begged no one call an ambulance. It's $3,000. I can't afford that.
I am so pathetic. I'm such a loser. I'm unemployed with an apparently useless degree without a doctorate or master's. I can't find a job, and I'm autistic, and I can't do a lot of jobs. I literally cannot work with people. I don't even think I can work at a vet clinic again. I'm surprised I didn't get fired last time. I completely shut down if people raise their voices at me. I spend hours and days researching to make silly little educational videos on social media for them to get a solid 1,000 views and 300 likes for like a good $60 a month.
I'm not here to brag, you guys, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I still have $63 in my account, and I got paid 2 weeks ago. Just saying. Just came on here to say that. Thank you. Bye.
What would happen to Victor in the real world?
Hey guys, so Sarah Slay didn't feel like putting her wig back on, so I'll go ahead and do this next segment for her. Alright, here we go. The poverty rate for adults with disabilities is more than twice the rate of adults without disabilities. The unemployment rate among people with a disability is 70%. They are 4 times more likely to experience food insecurity and 3 times more likely to go without medical attention because of cost, or they must ration medicine. I know what you're thinking. Don't people receiving disability get Medicare? Yeah. After 2 years. Housing isn't looking too great either. Nearly 900,000 people with disabilities under age 64 live in institutional settings such as psychiatric hospitals and nursing homes. In many cases, due only to the lack of affordable housing in their communities rather than to any actual need for residential care. 31% of all homeless individuals experience chronic homelessness and have a disabling condition. 66% of incarcerated people self-report a disability. Say you're lucky enough to live with a loved one. Well, the government will only pay them minimum wage to take care of you.
These statistics are from the US, but I can't imagine the disabled are doing much better elsewhere. Victor is an adult, and society tells people like Victor, and we often tell ourselves to get over whatever trauma is bothering us. But what if you can't? What if, like Victor, the trauma is so bad you can't be a good little worker bee in a capitalist setup? Then what? He'll have a few good years with his father, but once his father dies, there's nothing for him. Nothing good anyway. Homelessness, poverty, food insecurity, and lack of physical safety are terrifying circumstances to find yourself in. If Victor were lucky enough to apply for and qualify for federal disability, the most he could expect to receive is $735 a month. I mean, wow, he'll be able to afford half of a mattress in someone else's sublet bedroom. But he's not the only one who should be hesitant about going home. Look at Kenny and his father who had dementia. We are extremely individualistic in the States, especially when people deal with hardship. So the fact that that woman, God bless her, and I don't even think we knew her name, was willing to help watch Kenny's father to keep him safe is amazing. The caregiver load is a heavy one, and they often have to do it alone. Second, economics. A 2014 study says that the lifetime cost for a 70-year-old who develops dementia is $700,000. I mean, that's an insane cost, and there are not a lot of social safety nets to help out. Most of the people trapped in Fromville don't have any of these extra circumstances. Haven't you ever been at work when the realization hits you that you will be at work for the rest of your life?
Only if I let the darkness win.
We spend our whole lives working to pay bills, and it's never enough at the end of the month. We're temporarily avoiding an inevitable outcome. In the same way that the forest monsters don't need to chase the townspeople because they'll eventually get caught, homelessness and everything it entails will catch up with us if we aren't an adequate cog in the capitalist wheel. Now, of course, Jade wants to go back, and like he's told everyone, he just sold his software company and he is rich. He won the capitalist game. And From, they have shelter, food, electricity, and clean running water. Before the unfortunate window incident in the colony house, they had a sense of community and third spaces like the lake and diner where they could spend the day without having to pay for it. We got a chance to see what romance could look like if money and basic survival weren't a factor. Ellis and Fatima got a chance to love each other without the gender war noise. We live in our own version of From. There's nowhere you can escape bills and soul-crushing exploitative work. Even if you manage to get a few acres in some ideal location, billionaires are buying up rural land to build chain restaurants and yoga studios. Say you survive that, climate change will eventually get you. Martin, the man chained up in the dungeon, who may or may not be Randall's brother's cousin or the reincarnation of Ethan 3 times removed, said this. Roll the clip, Sailor Moon.
You could have played it yourself, but okay.
You think those things that come out of the forest at night did this? They're just the tip of the spear.
Right now, in places like Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, Sudan, Syria, people are living under bombs and famine. We right here where I live in the States, we're on the beginner's quest. Remember after Kenny's father died when he talked about how they used to play chess? Every game they played ended with Kenny moving his last piece around the same 3 spots on the board. In Fromville, there's a quest to solve. There is a way they can escape. We, on the other hand, are trapped in this reality with monsters more terrifying than anything in From. Okay, do y'all know who one of my favorite characters is?
Seems like you and Dale would get along.
One of my favorite characters in the series is Tilly. I love her carefree attitude. Absolutely nothing bothers her. For those of you in the fandom, y'all want her to be evil so bad, but she's not. I stand on that. I would be shocked and chagrined if it came out that she had something to do with all this evilness. Tilly was right about Fromville. This place isn't so bad.
Once you have the right hobby.
Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end. Let me know if you would stay in Fromville or would you try to leave. I'm staying, especially if my family is with me. I mean, no bills. I get to actually spend my life with said family instead of working all day to still not have enough to survive. I mean, how hard is it to stay inside at night? I'm over 30, so that's basically my life already. If you like videos like this, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and until then, I will see y'all next time.